Biden trying to attack Governor DeSantis, tweeting an article and writing, "I think every kid in every zip code, in every state, should have access to every education opportunity possible." I guess for some, that isn't the consensus view as they start drying off the track behind us.
That's right. But what Joe Biden didn't realize is that he accidentally made the basic argument for school choice. How awesome was that?
Ashley Moody, the Florida Attorney General, is here on set with us in Florida with her reaction. Good morning.
Great to be with you.
Good morning.
So you heard that. You saw the tweet from Joe Biden. What'd you think?
You know, everybody from Biden to Newsom want to comment on Florida all the time, even when they don't mean to. We're leading in so many areas, it's hard not to comment on how Florida's doing. As you know, we're one of the top states for school choice. We want to make sure no matter where you live, no matter what your income, no matter your family history, you can go to the best educational institution that your parents wish for you to go to. We want to give parental rights to do that. And so, you know, I'm glad he's recognizing we have such great school choice and how school choice is so important for families.
Yeah, it is the civil rights issue of our time, isn't it?
It is amazing how, and we've seen the results here in Florida. If you give kids a chance at a good education and give their parents the power to be involved and direct how that education proceeds throughout their lives, there is the opportunity for success for everyone, and that's what we want.
Yeah, Florida has been a leader in charter schools for a long time. I know there's a bill pending, HB1, that would effectively create universal educational savings accounts so every parent can choose any school and the dollars follow them.
And that is just so important because as parents, we know, and I know we talk about this as moms, we know what our kids' strengths are, where they might need additional help, what a larger school, a smaller school, if it's a specialty school. This will allow every family in Florida to make that choice. Again, Florida leads not only in so many areas, law and order, and also in education.
Yeah.
Not a complete departure from education. You brought up that Florida is the topic of conversation. That is true for almost every Democratic politician and now as well for most of the mainstream media. Along with that comes a lot of mischaracterization. I think that's objective and fair to say, whether or not it's the statement of passing a Don't Say Gay bill or whether or not that's now suggesting that Florida wants to do away with Black history. How do you explain exactly what it is you are doing here amidst, again, I think objectively, so much mischaracterization?
You know, I'm an AG now, but in my prior life, I was a federal prosecutor, a business lawyer, a judge. Facts matter. Details matter. The reason why our governor, Governor DeSantis, is so great, such a great leader, is that he actually pays attention to the details of what's happening in our citizens' lives when it comes to education, when it comes to what's being pushed on our businesses, when it comes to what families are forced to live through in terms of crime. He is extremely involved. And so what I say to people when they want to make up a narrative is, tell me exactly what you're objecting to in this bill, in this initiative, in this project, because they will not come back because they can't. Some of the stuff that's being pushed on our children, pushed on our families is abhorrent, and we do our best to protect them. You need to always put the onus back on the people that are throwing out misinformation or a misguided narrative. What exactly do you object to? They can rarely come back.
I absolutely love, so an AP African American Studies class sounds like a small minutia, little thing for a governor of this giant state, right? But it is so important because that AP class was being used as a form of indoctrination. And
nobody wants to talk about
no one
in that class. They wanted to abolish prisons.
Yes.
I can tell you, I have stared down some serious, dangerous, psychopathic people. We have to have prisons to teach young children that one day they can abolish this. It's just will never happen. It's not based in reality. It's based in ideology. And that's what we're trying to stop here in Florida.
And ultimately, what Democrats have done with education for decades is indefensible. And so they're on their heels when you go on the offense, which is why it's so great to see that here in the state of Florida. We also want to get you're here to wave it says in the teleprompter, you're at the Daytona 500 to wave the red flag on fentanyl. What does that mean? I mean, what are you doing to raise awareness about that?
As you know, because of the chaos at our border, total lack of any security at our border, the states are having to deal with the aftermath of that. That includes not only our police officers coming in contact with fentanyl and overdosing, our canine officers overdosing, our children. Last year, there was a report that showed the fastest growing demographic in overdose are ages 5 to 14 years old. A lot of time, kids are taking pills from friends. They're getting it on the internet. They don't know what's in it. And so we're warning parents. DEA has said 6 out of 10 pills that they're confiscating has a lethal dose of fentanyl. Wow. So we enlisted the help of McGruff, the crime dog, if you remember McGruff.
Yeah, I do remember McGruff.
Joey Gase, the NASCAR driver, was with us, and we waved the red flag on fentanyl. We're trying to bring attention to that. I hate that we have to do this, but unfortunately, this is the position the president has put us in.
Yeah, we're glad that you are, though.
No doubt.
Attorney General Ashley Moody of Florida, so glad to have you on the show this morning.
Great to be with you guys.
Thank you, Ashley.